Question: why was Billy's boss, John Tunstall, murdered? Answer: John Tunstall was in a British trend of sending his son to America to make his fortune, benefiting him and his family. From a London mercantile family, in 1876, he founded a general store in New Mexico Territory's Lincoln and added cattle ranches along two east to west rivers, the Felis and Penasco, to control grazing land to the Pecos River by a league of his cowboys gifted ranches under the Homestead Act, which a foreigner like him couldn't use. That's how teenage Billy the Kid got a ranch on the Penasco River. Tunstall's Lincoln choice had been influenced by its resident, attorney Alexander McSween, then opposing the corrupt Santa Fe ring, whose boss, territorial U.S. Attorney Thomas Benton Catron, was himself seeking a Lincoln County mercantile and ranching monopoly centered in Lincoln. Tunstall, however, minimizing ring danger, saw only invigorating competition. So he built his store just a half-mile east of the ring's big store called The House, added Lincoln's only bank to it, and allied with the territory's cattle king, John Chisholm, making him bank president. Monstrous Catron's solution to opposition was elimination, by malicious prosecutions to cause flight, or by assassination. In 1875, he'd already murdered his Colfax County adversary, Reverend Franklin Tolby, with hitmen. So in late 1877, Catron first entangled Tunstall in litigation against Alexander McSween, who'd been falsely accused of embezzling life insurance proceeds of the house's deceased partner, by lying that Tunstall was in partnership with McSween, so also responsible for the debt and subject to appraisal of his property for seizure. Tunstall ignored the risk, certain he and McSween would be vindicated in April's grand jury. So on January 18, 1878, he published in the Messiah Independent a taxpayer's complaint accusing ring-eyed Lincoln County Sheriff William Brady of using tax dollars to buy cattle for the ring from rustlers, thus exposing Catron's entire secret scheme of rustling Chisholm's cattle to meet beef contracts for forts and the Mescalero Indian Reservation. Exactly a month later, on February 18, 1878, ring tool Sheriff Brady pretended Tunstall's herding of his actually immune horses was to evade appraisal and used hitmen embedded in his pursuing posse to murder Tunstall. Catron, however, underestimated Tunstall's men, including Billy, who organized as regulators and ignited the citizenry for the Lincoln County War freedom fight.